Hello YouTube, today I'm going to do a holiday family vehicle startups. As you can see, I got the Volvo right here, the new Ram, which you guys haven't seen yet. We got my 4Runner over there, and we've got the van over there. So let's start with the Volvo here in the garage. Let's just do a startup and get a quick mileage check. I cleaned it recently, but it still has some use. So let's just do a quick mileage check here at engine startup. As you can see, we have 123,000 miles on it. This is flashing, and it will say headlight service, as well as other things, because the motor stopped working in the steerable headlights. So they still work fine, but they just don't steer anymore. And the mirror button, that still works. Everything in here works pretty well, other than this comes off, which sucks, and the aux cord does not work very well. It doesn't work at all. So there's that. Let's move right on over here to the Ram. And the Ram has keyless access in it, so I can just put my hand behind it and it flashes the signals. So here's the inside of the Ram. It's a 2019 Laramie with the black leather interior, and it's the big cab. And so we'll just do a quick start with this. And we have 8,500 miles on it, and we've only had it for about 4 months. And we have had a oil change done on it recently. Sorry, let me get this fan down. Here's the inside of the Ram, new 2019 Ram. It's really nice, it's really smooth. I really like the dual cup holders here. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you the back. It's got a huge back seat back here. And these seats actually recline. If you pull this lever right here, you can slide the seats. So that's really nice. And then this comes down. There's an armrest back here. That's cool. And ours has all these charges back here, and since it's a Laramie, you have the LED light up here, which is nice. Oh, the door's open. And also it's got the Ram bin. That's pretty cool. We haven't really got a chance to use this yet, but that's a nice storage space down there. And also up here, this is a 6th seat if we need it. So there's that. It flips up into a seat. So and now let's do the van over here. I actually just washed it. Clean wheels. I just detailed the interior. It was pretty messy, and let me just give it a quick start up here. We'll just hop on in here. And right now we're at 198,000 miles, probably 200,000, because this stopped working for about 6 months, so it's probably right around 200,000 miles. I just cleaned it up in here, so it's as good as it's really gonna get. And of course the back is still a mess, but here's the inside of the van. The van's doing pretty good. Nothing really to report with it. Nothing too exciting. Let me just shut it off here, and then I'll show you the 4Runner. Now the 4Runner hasn't been starting lately, and I don't really understand why. Just see here. Also, I think somebody must have come by and taken his seats out of it, because I don't know where they went. I have no idea what's going on here. But if we put the key in, nothing happened. Nothing's going on here. So that's an issue. We'll probably have to take it down to the dealership or something and get it looked at, because it's just a mess in here. I don't even know how this happened. At one point I was daily driving it, and now it's just, look at this thing. I don't even know. Also, I got someone must have done a little door. I got a couple door dings in my parking lot. So it's whatever. We'll take it down to the dealership, and it probably just needs an oil change or something in it, and maybe I'll get some park benches in here or something like this. Just something classy, something fancy. Also, I don't even know how this happened. Like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, the last mileage check that I remember, it was right around 246,000 on this. And I'll put in a clip of me driving it right here. So as you can see, it was sounding really good. I just done an intake silencer mod. I'll actually show you that. Yeah, I just did I took it out, but I removed the silencer on the intake. I also had a cold air intake in here. Oh, you know, these typical radiators, they like to break after a while, so we'll have to get a new radiator in it. But yeah, oh, the fan belt's also snapped. I don't even know how that happened. Who would have thought? You know, now that I'm thinking, I might need some new headlights too. They look like they're kind of burnt out. I had LEDs, but you know, they don't last forever. Oh, also I had to do some fog light servicing, so I have the fog lights in the back over here. So, pardon the mess, but yeah, here's the fog lights. I took them out. They work great. They still look fine. I'll show you a picture right here. Yeah, so they still work, as you can see. I have a bulb here. Oh, I put these in. These were great. These were the airbags in the rear shocks. Those worked awesome. Those were super cool. I also just did the about a month ago. I just did the Tundra brake upgrade in here. I painted the calipers blue, and I got some nice rotors in there, and I also just replaced all the bushings under here. So that's really nice. Oh, it looks like I got a flat tire. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, the gas tank, like you can't really see it from this angle, but it's kind of punctured. Like, not the gas tank itself, but like the skid plate is. But yeah, but I like had shined up the frame and everything recently. It was looking really fresh. Let's see, back here, another fender better in the parking lot. Like, I mean, whatever. You know, it's an old car. Over here we got like some mean Stance Nation gap right here. Like, not even my hand fits in it. Like, I got a good gap there. Over here we got like some hail damage. You know, just the deflection. But that above that's fine. That's fine. This is missing. I don't know where that went. Wheels Off-Road, great place. Got my stainless steel brake lines from there. But yeah, I just got some like little odds and ends over here. Got like the trim piece, got some bulbs, the wiring for the taillights, because I'll post a video soon. I have these nice ones over here. Yeah, I had these nice LED ones in it, but for obvious reasons I took them out. They still work fine though. They're great. I'm gonna give them to a buddy. But yeah, I mean, this is just such a great vehicle. It's a good car. You know, I recommend it to anybody. Yeah, it's just been great. Alright, so enough joking aside. I know I kind of rambled in that last clip there. Also, face reveal, hello. My name is Jax, and this is my 2000 Toyota 4Runner SR5 4-wheel drive. If you haven't been following the channel, this was my aunt's car. She bought it new, and she passed away from cancer a couple years ago, and I inherited it, and it sat in her driveway for like 2 years, and so I had a project ahead of me to fix this car up and get it running. It had 236,000 miles on it at the time, and I put so much like time and effort in this thing. I love this car. This car is so awesome. It drove beautifully, and I never had an issue with the engine. You know, it was phenomenal. I put in, let me see if I can grab a piece of it. Oh, I can. But on the first day I got the car, I'll show you here. I put this sound installation in here, and this stuff is great. You know, this is just good stuff here. As you can see, I have you resting in the airbag, or where it was. The airbag's on the floor. And this is the original steering wheel. I had a vinyl one, but sorry about that. I hit the button on the camera. where was it? Oh yeah, the steering wheel. So I had a vinyl steering wheel on here, and I took it off to put the old one back on because if I get another 4Runner, I might put that one back on the new 4Runner, because if you know 4Runners, you know that their leather steering wheels don't hold up very well. So yeah, what else? I did the TBU upgrade. I did the intake silencer. I just did a bunch of odds and ends, you know, plastic up here, plastic up there. Shocks, I had Bilstein 5100s on it. I got wheels from a 2002 SR5 Highlander. You know, just a bunch of stuff. But as you can see, this is not daily driver material anymore. I was dealing it for, you know, ever since I had my license, for about like 2 years now. And I was hanging out with my friends, and we had a good night. We were just gonna cruise home. We weren't doing anything crazy, nothing stupid. We were just on a drive, and we were just going on this mountain road to get to my friend's house. And the road just kind of got sharp on me. I was in a turn, and then it got sharper, and it was dark. And so when I turned, I also braked, which was a mistake. But yeah, so as I turned and I braked, the front passenger wheel locked a little bit. Even though it has ABS, it just kind of locked up on me, and it just skidded off the road. And then I felt the wheel kind of slam the wall, and I was like, oh, that's what that feels like. And then the vehicle went up the wall, like sideways up the wall, and I was just like, oh, I'm in a truck, I can drive out of this. And I was looking to the passenger side at the wall for some reason, and the moment I looked forward, head on into a tree. I was fine. I remember seeing my hands get like thrown forward. I was kind of looking down for some reason. I saw them get thrown forward, and then as it recoiled, I was staring at the tachometer, which is right in front of me. That's why I'm pointing at it. I was staring at the tachometer, and as I'm staring at it, I see the world around me turning over. So the car fell on its side, and I'll put some pictures in right here. So yes, it was on its side, and the license plate got stuck into the tree. And it was about 6 feet off the ground. So it was like it kind of went up there and then it fell down. But I mean, I wasn't like scared at all. I wasn't afraid. I was only going like 25 miles an hour. I wasn't like going fast enough for it to like really hurt. The only damage to myself that I had was my hand's kind of sore here because my hand flew off the steering wheel and slammed into the instrument panel. And then my tailbone is sore. But I think something that really saved me was, and something that I thought would be dangerous, which was my seat. And I broke the bolt. I'll show you here. The bolt that goes in here, this, like, the nut fell out. So I just had a zip tie holding this on. And I usually have really thick zip ties on, but I had a thin one on this time for some reason. So when I recoiled back into it, the zip tie breaks. They break all the time, and as it does that, the seat like moves back with me. So it didn't go forward with me and hit me as I was going forward, but as I slammed into the back of it, it went back with me and kind of absorbed a lot of the impact. Also, I had the headrest all the way forward, so it minimized my whiplash as much as possible. And then to get out, I just took the seatbelt off. It came off just fine, and then I went, I had the sunroof open, and I was able to just get out of the sunroof kind of out on my side like this, and then I like scratched my arm here getting out. I wasn't wearing shoes because I don't like driving with shoes, because that sucks. So I walked out through the coolant and the broken glass, and which wasn't hot anymore, by the way, and I just kind of, I don't know what to do. I was like, do I sit down? Do I stand? Like, what do I do? And so I just kind of looked back at my car, and seeing the the reflection of the hood, like this, like the front edge of the hood, but up and down, and the reflection of the moonlight. And then no lights on the front. The whole, everything plastic and glass on the front of the car just exploded across the road. And I had a light bar on it. I didn't have the light bar wasn't on when I crashed, but I think that my finger like hit the button or something because it was on afterwards. And it was like facing the ground, and it was on the whole tow truck ride home. It was on for a while, and somehow my hazards came on. I didn't turn them on, but they were on.
What's up? What about over here?
But like some of the wiring's kind of messed up. Like the hazards were kind of glitching out. So there's some ground in here that's messed up somewhere. But yeah, it's pretty good. Everything's good. I'm fine. Foreigner's not. I'm rambling now. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And my friends were ahead of me, and they were in different cars. I was in the car by myself, and so they knew. My friend in front of me saw it happen in his mirror, and he stopped right away. And my friend was a little bit further up the road. He had to kind of come back around. You know, that was it. And then I called my parents to come get me, and they were just glad I was okay. They weren't mad at me or anything, which was nice, because I was a little worried about that, but it was alright. And then I didn't go to the hospital or anything. I just went home and took a hot shower. And then I actually, within an hour of it happening, I had to move the van so the tow truck could come in. So I was back behind the wheel like 45 minutes later. So, and I think if I didn't do that, I might have had a bit of like fear of driving again, because it would have been a while till I had driven again, and I would have built it up in my head. But because I got back in it right away, I wasn't like emotionally damaged or anything like that. So yeah, let me I'll flip the camera around and I'll give you a tour of what's left of the inside. I took out the door panels. They're right here. I took them out to get the speakers out because I got some Pioneer speakers in here. And as you can see, so the mirror like pushed in because it fell onto the driver's side, and so it kind of crunched in here. And so it just kind of all crunched in. This right here, I did that a couple years ago. But yeah, so this panel doesn't go back on now. I took it off, and now that it's off, it won't go back on. This is the original steering wheel, like I mentioned earlier. This is the airbag for it. I took it out. I cut the airbags out too. That's the other airbag that deployed. This, I don't know what this is from. It's not from my head because I'm not bruised or sore, and the seatbelt wouldn't have allowed me to go that far. It's literally, you know, once the airbags go out, it deploys a charge. So this is what it was when I was in the seat. This one deployed as well, and it actually popped this panel out, and this won't go back in now because there's so much tension on that seatbelt now. What else? The window switches are down there. You can see more of my sound deadener in here. The gauge cluster. Here's the speakers that I had in it. I had Pioneers in here. Here's my my wooden dash trim that I had because on my last one I busted the wiring right here on the back of the dimmer switch. So this whole thing was like $30. It was nice. And what else we got going on here? There's the dash piece there. The fog lights. If anyone wants these fog lights, they're for sale. Everything on this car is for sale. We're parting it out. So if you want something, let me know. And here's the signal with the switch that I had to install. If you saw my other video, you know how this all works. The fuse. Yeah, there's one of my springs. Here's another speaker over here. Yeah, that's about everything on the inside. Oh, there's the plastic for the mirror. The mirror flew off. I have it. It's in a box of all the stuff that was in the car. So yeah, so let's get out. Also, there's no seats in case you didn't notice. I sold those. Let me step out here. So all the scratches are from the tow truck driver dragging it on its side. And as you can see here, I had heated mirrors, which is nice. I love those. Yeah, as you can see, I got some mean fender poke now. Look at that. That's just great. That's really cool. Obviously, you know, this is ruined. Brand new headlights I had, the blacked out lenses. Gone. The crash bar, here's the end of the crash bar here, and there's the end of the frame. So it like ripped off there, and the bar goes down to the other end of the frame over here. As you can see, here's the original crash bar, so it has these end pieces on it, and you can see it's a straight bar. It's not bent like it is on my car now. And here's the original bumper, the chrome bumper. You can see the dent in it, which is why I replaced it. So yeah, that's what it used to look like, and you saw what it does look like now. This is my, I swapped the parking lights to the bottom turn signals, and they like melted. That's great. Yeah, you can see my skid plate's all ruined from the tree. Kind of went up the tree a bit. You know, condenser's ruined. Everything's ruined under here. Here's more. This is from the tree where it hit the tree. This tire got ripped off somehow. I don't know how. Probably from the wall. You can see where like the scratches from the wall were. Those weren't there before, obviously. Antenna. My mod where I took the motor out and just pulled the thing up still works great. I lost a wiper. I don't even know how that's possible, but when both of them were like that because the inertia like pulled them forward, but that one's missing. I don't know how that happened. This scratching is from this happening. And then the really exciting thing, I don't even know how this happened, but this, like, the spring is on top of the differential. So it's literally collapsed. Let me try and get under here. Also, the gap here versus here is very different. So the spring is like up there. You can see the blue is the airbag up there. So the shock is still in place, but the spring is not. And the spring is like somehow stuffed up there. Spare tire's gone, I sold it. There's no air in this tire at all, but for some reason it's slanting so much over here that from the outside, it just looks like it's aired down. It doesn't look like there's no air in this tire, but it looks like it still has air in it for some reason. And this was where we had to like really, so the trunk wouldn't open because, and it sounds awful, but the trunk wouldn't open because this had kind of bent over, and so I really had to get the stuff out of the back of it because I had like my, my battery in there and stuff, and I really wanted it out. So here's my light bar. It hit a tree and it's totally fine. Walmart quality, nice. If you want that, let me know. If anyone wants anything, like let me know. Here's my radio that I had in it. Nice Pioneer deal. So, what else? So yeah, oh, here's my kick panel. You know, you need a kick panel? I got a kick panel. You need a spring? I got a spring. You need something? I got you. Hit me up. Here's bump stop. Just the hugest. This happened in the crash. I don't really know how, because this isn't like that messed up. So, whatever. I also have the cover for my dad's 4Runner. So yeah, and there's my custom armrest there. So yeah, oh, the seats, this kind of bent compared to that one. So that was really fun getting that out. That didn't want to come out. But you can kind of see how like it curves, kind of curves inward. So it's narrower. It started out being a narrow car, and now it's an even more narrow car. So it's pretty great. I would daily it like that. Alrighty. Hear the glass falling. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a tour and a little bit of a story. If you have any more questions, definitely let me know down below. I'm sorry this video was kind of a lot of rambling. I really didn't plan it. It's kind of an on-the-fly video. But yeah, let me know if you like this kind of content or if you just want like how-to videos. I want to like build the channel up and definitely start like beginning with a new vehicle. I also have a couple of videos in the making that I've been holding on to for a long time. I got the install of how to do those taillights I mentioned, and I also have one about a Rain-X, or is it Rust-Oleum? I don't know, someone who made a headlight kit, and I did that on the Volvo, and I did like a long-term test. So I'm trying to get those up soon. I've just been busy with applying to college and all that stuff. Still high school senior. But yeah, so I don't know how to end it, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you weren't too bored. So yeah, thanks. Well, you know, for a car that's 20 years old to hit a tree head on and roll over, this is a remarkably safe vehicle. And I've just proven that you don't need side curtain airbags or forward collision warning. You don't need any of that stuff. Get yourself a nice old 4Runner, you'll be fine. Of course, get yourself a fat lip one. Don't get a 96 to 99 one. Or 96 to 98, excuse me. Get the 99 to 2002 with the big fat lip bumper on it, because that crash bar that I just mentioned is not on the 96 to 98 ones. And how do I know that? Because we had a 98, and we sold it 2 months before this happened.